If there are 3 movies that I recommend everyone watch, it would be Memento, No Country for Old Men, and Galaxy Quest.
By Grabthar's hammer. What a savings.
But I'm mainly...
Galaxy Quest is not what we thought it was.
The fantasy.
This silly thing we lead them in. We can mock them all we want, but eventually we fall for it.
Never Surrender, a Galaxy Quest documentary, actually dropped onto Amazon Prime a couple of months ago, which I had heard about from a podcast I listened to from Tested, a YouTube channel that features Adam Savage from formerly Mythbusters, and that particular episode I was listening to was listing some movies out. They happened to go into Galaxy Quest territory, which really got me into the conversation, and once they dropped that a documentary had been released about the original movie from 1999, I especially perked up, looked through my Amazon Prime searches, found the Galaxy Quest movie on there, which I'm very happy to see, as well as the documentary underneath that, and I immediately added that to my watch list and watched the documentary as soon as I could. Because I'm a big fan of the original movie. Galaxy Quest is one of my favorite movies of all time. I grew up with it. It's a big family favorite in my family. We all grew up watching it. My brothers and I grew up watching it. We still make all kinds of jokes and references to this movie for sure. Just very big fans of this movie. Really great movie that came out in the 90s. If this looks new and if you've never heard of it, it looks kind of weird and strange. It's literally like some kind of a Star Trek, Star Wars-y, science fiction-y TV series type of parody type of movie, which it actually is. I really encourage you to check this out. It's one of the better parody movies that we've gotten over the past 10 or 20 years or so. This has probably came out in the earlier days of parody movie type genre type of movies, and one of the better ones for sure. It is strange and it is quirky, and it brings really the best qualities of the original sort of Star Trek series and Star Wars-y, science fiction-y type of TV series. Literally go watch Galaxy Quest if you haven't seen it. It's on Amazon Prime, like I said. Go get yourself the DVD, the Blu-ray. It's truly worth it. Such a great movie. Get this into your arsenal of watched movies, put it into your collection, and make a nice place for it in your heart. This needs to be down there somewhere. And not just in your brain, but in your heart. Just enjoy all of this. And to the rest of you normal people who are fans of Galaxy Quest, who have seen Galaxy Quest like 5 times or 10 times every year, everything I just said in the past 30 seconds to a minute is like no duh for you. The documentary essentially chronicles the making of the project of Galaxy Quest from beginning to end. Sort of the conception of the early developments of the screenplay, how one director was attached to the project, all the producers loved him, he had this great track record of comedic movies like Caddyshack, and he drops out even after bringing in some cast members, and then the final director, Dean Parisot, I think his name is, gets attached, finally convinced into the script, and then he brings on less of a comedic take into the script, but more of a dramatic take onto the script, but really about the heart and the drama and the much needed humanitarian, dramatic, and realistic stuff that we know and love much more into the final Galaxy Quest movie. We get some really nice interviews from the cast of the movie: Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Sam Rockwell, Tony Shalhoub, Daryl Mitchell, and certainly a very nice callback and tribute to actor Alan Rickman, who of course sadly passed away in 2016, and rest in peace to him. It does some really nice heartfelt callbacks to Rickman's roles prior to Galaxy Quest, with his more dramatic and more Shakespearean roles in films prior to Quest, and Alan Rickman just went into the role anyway, and his fellow cast members took a lot of inspiration from him, and the cast members in this documentary do a really good look back on him as an actor, a good look back on him as a character, how he contributed to the production. It would have been nice if they did a callback on the actor who played the Green Lizardy villain Saris, the actor who actually died in 2013, a few years before Alan Rickman, just to kind of look back on that actor and the greasy, cool alien that I actually really liked, that really cool lizardy villain in the movie. So it would have been cool to look back on that actor and how the actors worked with him, and just reminiscing back on that Green Lizardy character. No interview? Okay. This is a really good retro look on the 1999 movie, a really good look and talk to the director and the producer and the main cast members and all the important crew members who worked to bring and conceive the idea and the screenplay together, to bring in all these quirky and science fiction-y and parodied type of quirks into this science fiction-y parody type of movie, trying to bring it into the theater, and how it didn't garner that much popularity or attention to begin with, and how it has definitely gained its cult following over the past couple of decades, how it has influenced nerd culture and later influenced movies to come after it. As they've talked about, James Gunn was even inspired by many aspects from Galaxy Quest in the beginning to go into Guardians of the Galaxy. So there are a lot of things from Galaxy Quest that has really branched into more science fiction-y movies that have come out in recent couple of decades. Naturally, if you're a Galaxy Quest fan in some degree or another, this is an absolute must-watch documentary for you, and if this still looks new or quirky or never heard of to you before, watch this movie. This is an absolute must-watch for you, Galaxy Quest in the first place, and then check out the documentary. You will fall in love with both things, especially this one right here. I'm going to give Never Surrender, a Galaxy Quest documentary, an A. This quick review had been a long time coming, as this documentary has been on Amazon Prime for quite a couple of months now, so I finally got the chance to talk about it. And Hamilton had recently dropped onto Disney Plus. Though I'm not a big kind of musical type of fan myself, I decided maybe I would go ahead and give it a go, since it's certainly easy access to everybody at this point. I also realized I could go ahead and talk about that and give my own kind of review and thoughts on it in my own kind of video in my own channel. So I'll watch that hopefully tomorrow and give that a review in itself in a couple of days after that, and we'll go from there in my reviews and hopefully much more with my creative and short film work. So until later, keep it real.